I'm going to make an epic Thor Love and Thunder fanart while talking about Norse mythology details I would love to see on the big screen. Like that one time Loki gave birth to a horse. Yeah, that actually happened. Oh, I'm going to make a wild Marvel / mythology claim. I just feel it will be true. A few years ago I listened to an audiobook about Norse mythology. The book about Norse mythology is called Norse Mythology. I bet you didn't see that one coming. So I listened to it again to freshen up some knowledge, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff I'm going to tell you will be wrong regardless. I will talk about the Loki giving birth story at the end of the video. For starters, in the mythology Loki drinks too much. This is the reason he talks too much. In the lore, Loki is pretty charming, and his biggest strength is his mouth. He's incredibly smart, and he can deceive pretty much everybody. I like how he is the adopted son in Marvel. It's a really cool detail. I think a prequel series about the gods would be so cool. You know what? I'm claiming this right now. Marvel will make a series about the origins of the Norse gods someday. Let us see how in the beginning there was nothing, only mist and fire. The mist flows off the planet into nothingness. Odin created the first two people. He made them come alive with his magic breath. Odin gave an eye for wisdom. He's such a tough dude. When somebody offered him wisdom in exchange for his eye, he didn't even hesitate, just asked for a knife. That is why he has only one eye, and that is why he is so wise. So kids, if you want to be smart, just take a knife and place it gently in between your eyeball. Something about Thor's hammer Mjolnir, it's because of Loki Thor has his hammer. A while ago Loki wanted to do a super funny prank, so he cut off the hair of Thor's wife. And all that in a way it would not be able to grow back. Loki was like, haha, funny prank. Thor's wife was like, bruh. And Thor was like Will Smith on steroids. He smacked the shit out of Loki. He was like, you are going to make sure my wife has her beautiful hair back. Otherwise, I will break every single bone in your body. The next day, I will come back and break every single bone in your body again. Eventually, I will become quite good at this. I will do it all again, a little bit faster and better every single day for your entire life. The message was clear, and Loki decided to pay a visit to the dwarves. The dwarves were the best craftsmen in the entire galaxy. Loki came up with a brilliant scheme. Loki told the dwarves to participate in a new competition. The gods wanted to see who could make the best object of them all. He manipulated one of them to make golden hair that could replace old hair but was more beautiful. The other dwarf was about to make a spear, and the other one was going to make a hammer. The dwarf told Loki, if I win, I want your head as a prize. Because of Loki's intelligence, they could perhaps make a thinking machine out of his head. Loki agreed, and when they started to craft, he turned into a fly and bothered the dwarves so much they messed up the progress. When the day came of the competition, they tested out the hair on Thor's wife, and it worked, so that problem was solved. When the dwarf presented the hammer, he apologized for the short handle. Something went wrong in the creating progress. But the hammer was unbreakable. It would never miss a target when throwing. It would always return, and it could shrink to take it with you easily. Thor absolutely lost his mind, and that day Thor became one of the strongest forces to mess with. And Loki had to give his head. He said they could have it, but they weren't allowed to cut his neck. That wasn't part of the agreement. And that is how Loki kept his head after all. In the lore, Thor has iron gloves to make him stronger and able to lift the hammer. Everybody can lift the hammer if they are strong enough. They wanted to move it one day, and it took 4 giants to carry it. The gloves are almost as cool as Loki's shoes. They had wings on it, so he could fly away. Last story is about the Great Wall. The gods needed a wall to protect them. A man with a horse came by one day and offered to build a wall strong enough, not even the strongest giant could break it. A wall tall enough, not even the tallest giant could climb it. These stones would be so well fitted Not even ant would get through. And he could do all this in just 3 seasons. He just wanted a small compensation. He wanted to marry a god. He wanted the sun, and he wanted the moon all for himself, and he was about to take it away. No way the gods would allow it. Loki, on the other hand, had an idea. He said to agree, but he has to do it alone and in 1 season only. That way he would not be able to finish the wall and it would be free labor. It was basically the first internship. Free labor for a task nobody wants to do. The man agreed if he was allowed to use his horse. The gods agreed. But the horse turns out to be the strongest being that you've ever seen. He brought giant stone pieces with a boat to the man. He just dragged it over the floor. And the man just picked up the giant blocks and put them down like it was cardboard. After a few months it was obvious the man was able to finish the wall in time. He would lose the bet. But suddenly there was a female horse, whom seduced the other horse and ran off into the forest. The man could not finish the wall alone. He got mad and turned out to be a giant. And Thor kicked his ass. Sometime later, Loki came out of the forest and gave birth to a horse. He turned himself into a female horse to have an adventure with a male horse. So Loki is the first furry. I want this scene to be in the series and I want everybody to laugh at him. Because that's f***ed. If you want to hear more stories, I highly recommend this book. Maybe I tell some more stories about it on my channel. I hope you like this artwork. I hope you like the movie Thor Love and Thunder. Premiere is tomorrow and I already have tickets and I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be amazing. And I hope they will make a series about the Norse mythology some days. There are so many stories to tell about Thor, Odin, Loki and many more interesting characters and scenarios. Film it in Norway, use practical effects as much as possible, give the series a heart and soul, honor the source material, don't make it a cash grab and it will be a hit. Marvel, Disney, you can always DM me, you can find me on Instagram, Frooz01 or froozone01. Same goes for my YouTube and TikTok. Dear viewers, thank you for making it till the end and I will see you in the next video.